Public Schools is racing towards disaster. The district is more than $500 million in debt and set to run out of money in just over 2 months.
But a special Fix My Schools investigation found that doesn't mean tight times for top officials. So tonight, we are holding the man in charge accountable.
7 Action News reporter Kim Russell joins us live from the newsroom. Kim, what'd you find out?
We found that top officials in Detroit Public Schools are some of the best paid in the country. While the district says it doesn't have enough money to provide supplies, basic building maintenance, or put teachers in every classroom, it finds cash for executives. And tonight, we have emergency manager Darnell Early facing the facts. Last year, in his first budget address as emergency manager for Detroit Public Schools, Darnell Early hit a familiar note.
Our employees have indeed been partners and have made those sacrifices.
For 5 years now, there's been a 10% wage cut for every employee, like this teacher, who asked to be anonymous to avoid retaliation for speaking out.
I cry when I get my paycheck.
This teacher brings home about $400 a week to support a family of 4. Can you provide for your kids making the money you make?
No, I can't.
But while teachers and other employees have sacrificed and many can barely pay their bills, we found top executives are still getting a very sweet deal. We obtained contracts for execs and reviewed salaries at districts across the United States and found the big shots at DPS are among the best paid in the entire country. Take, for example, the executive director of communications, Michelle Zadrowski. On the same day Early delivered his grim budget speech, she inked a 1-year contract for more than $160,000. Incredibly, that's more than Los Angeles and Chicago, the second and third largest districts in the United States, pay their PR bosses. Even with the 10% pay cut, she earns more than her counterparts at many districts much larger.
Without those sacrifices, our situation would be unmanageable.
Detroit has also gone Hollywood when it comes to its chief procurement officer. The purchasing boss in LA makes about $157,000 per year, the same rate DPS signed Medina Noor. And even with the 10% cut, she's better paid than the bosses in Dallas and Philly, districts more than 3 times the size of Detroit. It's a similar story with Steve Wasco, executive director for enrollment. He makes more than the enrollment boss in Chicago, which has 400,000 students. It's a pattern that repeats itself with executives who oversee food, special education, risk management, and charter schools. All rank at or near the top in pay.
Our employees have been very understanding and recognizing where we are.
But it turns out Darnell Early doesn't want to recognize this.
When you look at the size of the district, it's got almost 46,000 students. It's right around 90th in the nation. But when you look at the pay of your administration and your top officials, they're some of the highest in the country. How do you justify that?
Well, I haven't seen that, first of all, so, if you say that, I haven't seen your research, so I'm not trying to justify or not justify anything.
This is some of it. I can let you review it.
No joke, Early wouldn't look at our findings. But it's no laughing matter that high salaries are piling up. Lamont Satchel is the chief innovation officer. He also signed for more than $160,000, which is more than they pay in Boston. Even with the 10% cut, he still rakes in more than the top innovation officer in America's 5th largest district, Clark County, Nevada. It covers Las Vegas and has 300,000 students. For the record, I did try my question another way.
How do you justify having people at the top that are so highly paid when the teachers are some of the lowest paid in the country?
There have been a number of concessions given not only by the teachers but also by the administrators. So, I can't speak to why things were as I found them.
2 things here don't hold up. First, while Early wants to shift blame to other emergency managers, he signed the high salary contracts. Second, there's also no sacrifice for top execs when it comes to benefits.
When we look at the benefits packages for the top officials in your administration, they're extremely generous. 25 vacation days, 17 sick days, add in holidays. They're getting 50 paid off days. Why are the benefit packages so generous when it is a financially insolvent district?
Well, I don't know that to be the case. Again, you're presenting your research to me and asking me to respond to it. And I'm telling you that where there are areas where we need to adjust, we've been doing that.
But this is not research. These are contracts he signed. They all include another shocking clause. Every executive can have a second job.
Given that they are so generously paid and the district is in such need, should they not be required to just focus on the district?
I'm not going to speak about what's in the contracts of the individuals. Those are employment matters, and you know, if you FOIA that, you know what's in it, and you know, you can form your own conclusions about it.
Our conclusion: when it comes to executive pay,
It seems like this district is acting like it's a bigger district than it is financially.
Well, I can't speak to what it's acting like.
but here's what the district is in reality: a district that is running out of cash and needs every penny. A district that is surviving on the backs of teachers like this one who only makes $400 a week. With wages frozen and the future bleak, this teacher stays for one reason.
My children are doing well, and I don't want to stop what I've started.
Mr. Early tells me he also intends to finish what he started, that he has about 6 months left to look these things over. His contract, in case you're wondering, is $225,000 a year. Tomorrow on 7 Action News, we'll continue our coverage. Mr. Early says he made cuts at the top, but do the numbers add up? We'll take a look. Carolyn?
Yeah, you're going to have to take a hard look because it didn't sound like he wanted to answer many questions about the numbers. All right, thank you so much, Kim. You're doing a great job digging, and hopefully we'll get more answers.